Good morning, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live. Well, I tell you what, we got an early start this morning, and we're going to keep an early start going. We've got Tropical Storm Francine, and it'll probably be updated. And what we're going to go through this morning is some of the models. There were some changes yesterday, and now it's changed back, about 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock, I guess we finally got on there about 4:30, and when the hurricane hunters went down, the eye had moved over about 35 miles to the west, and that moved the forecasted track over. And what you're looking now is from radar scope, and in that last frame, let me see if I can stop it. There you can see the eye form. And so let me see if I can get over there. And the last frame of it, you can see, and I'm going to stop it for a little bit right there. There you can see the eye, and it's been sort of, I love drawing. It hadn't moved a whole lot, I don't think, from what I've seen, a little bit here and there, but it is strengthening, it looks like, a little bit. I know they've been flying all night, and so let's look at some of the latest updates on everything. We've got screens everywhere here. At 4 a.m., the National Hurricane Center, and I'm not a weather person. All I do is compile everything, but I'm going to show you, once this thing gets going, we'll be out and letting you see what's happening here on Bolivar. That's what Bolivar Live is all about, is keeping you connected to the upper Texas coast, whether it's an event, a storm, rain, winter. That's what we're here for. And here you can see the update. And the cone actually moved back to the east, probably about 35 miles, it looks like. And I think it's going to move over a hair more before it's all over with. We are, here on Bolivar, we are in a tropical storm watch, and that's that yellow area there. And so you can see the location of Francine at 4 a.m. And, it should, later on today, should hit hurricane status. And then they're saying, we're going to look at an intensity level here in a little bit and let you see exactly what it should make landfall at. Now, we're still out a good ways. In fact, they're showing 1 p.m. Wednesday, a little offshore. And I saw another model that showed about 4 p.m. Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit inland. And so it's probably going to be around between 1 and 3 o'clock when it makes landfall tomorrow. Now, what's this going to have effect on Bolivar? That's what we're going to look at, because we're going to look at the forecast tracks. Now, these are the models, and you can see they've moved over some, actually quite a bit, it seems like. And so there may be, as we get the update at 7 o'clock and then 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock, we'll see some changes here and there, especially in the intensity of it. And we'll let you know if it makes any big jumps or anything. But this is it right now through another radar. And like I said, I'm not a weather person. I just gather all this stuff up and try and make it easier for you to see everything, so you don't have to look through everything. But there you can see we saw a lot more pink yesterday. And so I'm wondering, is it not strengthening as much as what they thought it was going to? And so we'll just have to wait on that. But let's take a look at this is the cloud base shortwave infrared at night. And there you can sort of see a lot of stuff back out to the north of the storm, northwest of this, or east of the storm. There you can see cloud cover. This morning when I came in about 3 o'clock, 3:15, it was, we had some clearing out, and you could see some stars. And so, I don't think this is going to be a rain event for us. I think we're going to get some rain. Yesterday I had a lot of people stop me and ask me, David, what do you think? And, you know, I think we're going to have about 40-mile-an-hour winds with some higher gusts. And we're going to look at the surge deal because that's a big thing down here with the ferry and Highway 87. You know, I figure, I'm thinking about 40-mile-an-hour winds, maybe 45 at the tops. And then some gusts a little bit higher as storms come through. We are going to get some rain, and I think we'll have about 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches of rain before this is all over with. Um, and there you can see this is from NOAA, the storm surge part. From High Island over to Cameron, 3 to 5 feet, and then from High Island back down, actually to the mouth of the Rio Grande, 1 to 3 feet. And so, it's going to be south of us tomorrow about 1 a.m. due south of Galveston Bay. And once we get past that point, or a little bit before, we'll start getting a north wind. And so that's actually going to push water out. And so I don't think it'll be a burl. I hope not, because, especially the people on the bay side, when that wind laid down, we had flooding event. Had to get some coffee there, and I spilt it on my keypad. But there's the surge forecast right now, and that was as of 4 a.m. this morning. And we update this, and we're going to watch this throughout the day, all this. Typically, we do a show at 6 a.m. and 11 a.m. and 4 p.m., but I can tell you, today and especially tomorrow, could be a lot more shows. Now, this is the intensity model, and this was as of 6Z, which is, I've got my chart here, 1 a.m. this morning. And so there you can see out about 24 hours is when it's going to peak. 24 to 30 hours probably is when it's going to peak. As a Cat 1, one model shows a Cat 2, and a lot of the meteorologists are talking about this thing. They think that it's going to ramp up once it gets out in the Gulf, up the Texas coast a little bit. And so we'll just have to wait and see, what happens on that. All I can do is go by what they're telling us. And typically here lately, it seems like any kind of storms right before it hits land, it starts ramping up. And so, right now you're looking at around 75 mile an hour is the consensus there. And I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't get up a little bit higher than that, just from past experience on what these storms have done, especially Burl did. And so, there's a chance we could see a low-end Cat 2, excuse me, before this is all over with. We'll just have to wait and see. But, Galveston County sent out an email alert yesterday, and I think it was more because of the jump that the storm made. When it made that 35 mile jump to the west, it put the cone over closer to us, not on top of us, but it came up to probably about Sabine, a little bit past Sabine, between Sabine and High Island. And so it raised some concern there. And so, like I said, intensity, Cat 1, maybe a Cat 2 from what the meteorologists are saying. And surge, you saw the map there, 1 to 3 feet. I think we could see definitely 2 to 3 feet before it's all over with. But with that north wind coming in, it could change things a little bit. And so just depends on that. I know we've had an east wind the last couple days, northeast wind, and we've had some higher tides. I noticed this morning, I always go by the beach on the way in and noticed the tide was up, but we're at a high tide. And so as soon as I finish this, I'm going to grab an updated cup of coffee and head down and look at some of the beach areas, and then especially down 120 or Highway 87 there between Gilcrest and High Island. We're really going to monitor that and let you know what's going on down in that area. In fact, probably at 10 o'clock after the next update, or they'll have one at 7, and then after the 10 o'clock, we'll probably go down there and do a show or be ready for it, and at least talk about what the tides are doing. Because, remember that other storm that went into Mexico at the beginning of the year, threw quite a bit of water up this direction. And so, the longer it sets up there, the more it can build. And that's one of our deals here, is we have to be able to get off the peninsula. But as of 4 a.m. this morning, here's the newest updated projected path. And, always refer back to the National Hurricane Center. I'm not a meteorologist, but I can tell you what's happening here on Bolivar Peninsula, and that's what we're going to do, is keep you informed. A lot of homeowners don't live here if you decided to leave. And, with something like this, if you have medical conditions that you may need a doctor or an emergency room, be safe. I was talking to a gentleman yesterday. I was filling up some gas cans because I figured, even if I don't need a generator, I can always put it in my truck, the Bolivar Live truck down the road. And talking to him, and he said, yeah, we're going to get items out of the refrigerator just in case. And then we're going to head up and go visit some friends. I think they were going to the hill country to go visit some friends for a couple days, and then we'll come back and enjoy the beach this weekend. So, and that's the best thing to do if you think you might need a doctor or you're not feeling well, because you never know. During Burl, and I don't think this is going to be a Burl, but we never know until it hits land. And right now they're projecting Louisiana. But be safe. Make sure you have batteries. Go gas up your car. Gas up any gas cans you need now. You'll use that gas in the next week, or most people will. And so it's not going to go bad. I know the big store, we'll let you know on hours with them if there's any problems. When the storm made the curve, Keith and I talked about what they were going to do, but now it may be a little different. Depending on what happens, a lot of their employees come from High Island, and through Winnie and from Winnie, and so we'll just keep you informed. But as of 4 a.m. this morning, the track moved back over to the east, and listening to some of the other meteorologists, I am not a meteorologist. Listen to some of the meteorologists, I should say. They seem to think it may move a little bit more to the east. And so as long as it's going east, that's good for us. So anyway, we're going to head on out. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope to see you on the upper Texas coast maybe this weekend. Hopefully this thing passes through, blows out the clouds, and we've got an awesome weekend ahead. So we're going to head on out. We'll be back later on this morning, letting you know what the conditions are and what's happening here on the upper Texas coast, Bolivar Peninsula. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, and remember, you can see what's going on here live anytime through our live webcams at BolivarPeninsulaTexas.com. Just go to webcams, check out the beach, check out the bay. We haven't moved the event trailer. We're sort of waiting to see how things go today, and that may be a last-minute call. Until next time, y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.